While looks aren't everything, physical characteristics have a lot to do with initial attraction. In fact, men are able to make assumptions about a woman's personality within 100 milliseconds of looking at her. Health Digest is dishing on a few surprising female physical traits that are absolutely irresistible to men. While many women are busy getting all glammed up for date night, it turns out that men really don't care much for the makeup. According to a study published in the Quarterly Journal of Experimental Psychology in 2014, most men like a lot less makeup than ladies are putting on. Researchers showed men multiple images of each step in a woman's makeup process, and the results were a bit surprising. On average, men were attracted most to the women who'd only put on a portion of the makeup they were planning to apply during their date night routine.
The light concealing cream goes on first. Then you blend and blend and blend. Blending is the secret.
The study concluded, these results suggest that women are likely wearing cosmetics to appeal to the mistaken preferences of others. Sure, a woman's smooth talk may be on point, but the sound of her voice could be affecting her dating game, for better or for worse. Surprisingly, a study published in PLOS One in 2013 found that men were attracted to a particular pitch. Many of them preferred a fairly high pitch with lots of breath and longer vowel sounds.
Honey, are you gorgeous? You look just like a virgin. Here, I brought you some crackers for your morning sickness.
Higher voices, however, are usually associated with a smaller body type and higher levels of estrogen. From a biological standpoint, this is essential when it comes to a man searching for a healthy, fertile mate. Oddly enough, a separate study published in Proceedings of the Royal Society B in 2018 found that women lower their voices when they're attracted to someone. In addition to all that, men are more attracted to voices that sound the same as their own regional dialect. A 2014 study published in PLOS One proved this to be the case. However, researchers found that desirability has far more perks than just scoring a date. The study stated, physically attractive people are judged to be more socially desirable and to get better jobs. When getting ready for a night out, many women would benefit from knowing the science behind the color red. Not only is it a fiery statement when it comes to looking stylish, but men find this shade irresistible.
It's time you learn the facts about men.
Oh, it's okay. They gave us the pamphlet in 5th grade.
A study conducted by the University of Rochester in 2008 put this phenomenon to the test. Researchers showed men multiple images of women wearing different colors. In the end, most of the men said they would be willing to spend more on a date with a lady in red. Interestingly, it was completely subconscious, as the same exact woman was also shown to the men, only wearing a different colored tee. Andrew Elliott, a psychology professor and researcher who helped conduct the study, told the university, "It's fascinating to find that something as ubiquitous as color can be having an effect on our behavior without our awareness. It now makes sense why Valentine's Day has become synonymous with a rich shade of red." Women have always been told that big breasts make them attractive. Many are even willing to go under the knife for a bigger bust. In 2019, breast enhancement was the most popular cosmetic procedure performed in the US, according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons.
If it's just because, there's a possibility you could die, I'm still going to do the surgery.
While a big bust can symbolize good health from a biological standpoint, many men aren't actually all that attracted to a woman so well endowed. Surprisingly, the cup size that men find irresistible has a lot to do with the size of their wallets. A 2013 study published in PLOS One had men of various social statuses rank women based on their breasts, all in the name of science. Researchers then concluded that the less money a man made, the larger he preferred a woman's bust to be. One possible explanation could be that women with larger-sized breasts are perceived to have access to more resources. Therefore, these women have easier access to basic necessities like food or even extra money. If you're a woman who's been brushing and flossing your chompers religiously all these years, it's about to pay off. Shiny white teeth are a trait that's actually irresistible to men. Yes, pearly whites can be likened to a peacock's tail. It's something we all will want to flaunt since it's a sign of good genes and a healthy diet. On the other hand, our teeth can also be an indication of present illnesses. A study published in PLOS One in 2012 showed men images of women's teeth in various colors. Yellow had them saying yuck, while a smile with widely spaced teeth was also a big turnoff. Even while white teeth were the ones rated most attractive by men, super shiny ones that were achieved with bleach weren't rated to be as attractive. A naturally healthy smile was the stunner for most men. It's no secret that many women will do whatever it takes to look their best, whether that involves caking on the concealer or spending forever on a perfect cat eye. However, there's still something to be said about natural beauty. A surprisingly simple trait that men are attracted to is, believe it or not, facial symmetry. Researchers from Penn State University stated, the symmetry indicates good health in an individual. However, over time, aging and illness can cause our faces to look not so symmetrical. From a biological standpoint, men are looking for women who are healthy and can help create healthy babies. Multiple studies have even shown that species with symmetrical faces and even bodies have offspring that are better off. Because of that, it only makes sense that men would subconsciously find symmetry irresistible. Women have long been admired for being dainty, but who knew the not-so-dainty size of their eyes could be irresistible to men? Yes, it turns out that the bigger they are, the better they are, at least to a guy. Caroline Keating, an expert in nonverbal communication from Colgate University, explained to BBC Future, "Big eyes call out, 'Help me, protect me, I'm no threat to you.' Since men usually tend to be the protectors, this makes sense. In addition to that, big eyes signify youthfulness, something men are biologically drawn to when searching for a mate. However, if you're a woman who's now worried about your small eyes, don't fret. A study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in 2014 found that although large eyes are more attractive, small eyes paired with a big smile could cause a woman to look equally as attractive. Surprisingly, men are more attracted to big, bushy brows. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology in 2018 asked 1,000 men to rank images of women's faces. While these guys didn't realize they were ranking eyebrows of all things, the ladies who threw out their tweezers were the ones who most men found irresistible. One explanation for this could be that men are more in tune to fashion than we originally thought. Big brows have been more in style in recent years. Researcher Dr. Lisa Welling told The Sun, "Whatever the associated trait, it seems to be particularly desirable in a long-term mating context such as marriage." You may find that straightening and opening up your posture does wonders. Not only can it improve your health, but it can also signify that you're open to love and make men find you much more attractive. A study published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences in 2016 proved just that. During a round of speed dating, the women who were displaying an open posture were more likely to appear attractive. The ones with their arms crossed made them look much more closed off, and men seemed to really take notice. After all, you definitely don't want your date to appear disinterested. Blondes may have more fun, but brunettes are the ones that turn the most heads in studies. At least this is what social network Badoo found to be the case when they asked their male users about it. There's even some science behind it too. According to a study published in the Journal of Social Psychology in 2018, super dark hair makes new white hairs obvious, making women appear as though they have aged much more quickly. Researchers suggested that lighter shades, including brown, signified youthfulness, which can also mean these women are healthier. The study explained, characteristics directly related to reproductive potential may be inferred from more obvious indirect characteristics. That seems to be a recurring theme in what men are attracted to, doesn't it? Instead of batting your long lashes, maybe you should flaunt your long arms? Surprisingly, many men find lengthy arms irresistible. Models strut them down the runway along with their tall, slender figures, so it does make sense. One study published in the Journal of Evolutionary Biology in 2010 found this to be the case in various countries. Long arms paired with a tall figure were what men seem to prefer most when shown multiple images of different women. What may shock many women is the fact that the length of their legs had absolutely no impact on their level of attractiveness. Lead author of the study, Robert Brooks, told Science Daily, "The dimensions of someone's body can tell observers if that person is suitable as a potential mate." Additionally, a separate study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that taller women on average make more money. Who knew your height could be so powerful? We all know that a great wing woman can help you score a date, but who knew that a whole group of them could have the power to make you even more attractive? A study published in Psychological Science in 2013 found that whatever size group a woman is a part of, she's seen as much more attractive by men. How could this possibly be? Researchers suggested that each face in the group looks more attractive as they collectively create a new look. So even if a woman is self-conscious that her friends look a lot more attractive than her, it happens more often than many of us would care to admit, these researchers' theory can put their worries at ease. The study concluded, having a few wingmen or wingwomen may indeed be a good dating strategy. Curves. The media has made many of us believe that women need to be super skinny in order to be irresistible. However, when the social media network Badoo surveyed 2,000 men, they found that skinny is surprisingly not what many find the most attractive. Nearly 40% of men surveyed said they preferred women who wear a size 12 to 14. Over 25% said that a size 14 to 18 was sexiest. To put that all into perspective, the average American woman is a size 16 to 18, according to a study published in the International Journal of Fashion Design, Technology, and Education in 2016. It seems that men are finally putting reality into perspective when looking for their potential lovers. While supermodels in the media may make women feel like they need to lose weight, ladies can now rest easy. The woman of most men's dreams is actually very realistic looking. Body language expert Tanya Ryman told brides, "In the basic landscape of any relationship, we're drawn to the feeling of being in sync. And as it happens, men prefer women who mimic their actions. Yes, imitation is an easy way for a woman to intentionally make herself irresistible. When men see someone behaving in a similar way to themselves, it releases various chemicals in the brain that are known to make a person feel loved. When they're in a relationship, these chemicals have also been known to make the pair feel closer together and have a stronger bond. Over time, men and women in relationships begin to mirror each other without even knowing it." Ryman said, "If you and your partner are holding hands and walking down the street, you are most likely walking on the same foot at the same speed. It's something to watch for the next time you're searching for a potential suitor. Whether women do it intentionally or not, it's irresistible to men." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Health Digest videos about your favorite topics are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.